My name is Nathaniel Fairfield. I'm a software engineer at Waymo. Back when we started this, we were the Google self-driving car project, and self-driving cars didn't really exist. Thinking about our first 1,000 miles, and then our first 10,000 miles, and our first 100, first million, you've actually got breadth and diversity of mileage, and you start to see some of the patterns of driving. The 10 million mile milestone is about 10 lifetimes of driving. It's a huge amount of experience that we've gained across the country in all kinds of driving conditions, and it takes that kind of experience to learn all of these lessons to really make that possible. How does Waymo see the ball before anyone else? It's always looking. It's always looking in all directions. The lasers are what lets it spot a small moving object that's approaching towards the car and estimate its position and velocity very precisely. So this is a very interesting case where there's actually a couple with a dog. At the same time, a jogger is just passing by, and the jogger swings around the dog out of the bike lane into the road. The car doesn't just understand where the agents are. It actually understands how they're going to interact in the near future and is able to make those predictions in the blink of an eye before you can really understand exactly what's going on. This is night construction, which, as a human driver is one of the more stressful things. The car handles it really well because the car sees as well at night as it does during the day. For the lasers and for the radars, they see where the cones are, where that aisle of traffic that's being laid out here by the construction zone is going. Red lights and green lights, they're really important, but people sometimes don't obey that. In a case like this, where the red light runner happened, the car is actually checking all around in all directions all at once. And so it can see when there's somebody coming who looks like, wait, they're not really slowing down for their red light. And at some point we decide, wait, they actually look like they're gonna run the red light. Let's stop and let them go through. And then after they've gone, on we go. So the thing that's amazing about this one is that you can't see in dust storms like these. There's actually a pedestrian out there that the car sees perfectly well in advance. They're just walking across the road. The car sees it using its lasers and radars and starts slowing down before you as a human even understand what's happening. A regular person has a lot of built-in assumptions about how the world works. The car is really thinking and is designed to consider all of the worst case stuff that we have ever seen and how that can play out. And so that makes it in many ways a very careful driver that is thinking through all the repercussions that you might not be doing. It doesn't get sleepy or drowsy or drunk or distracted by cell phones or distracted by the children in the back seat. The car is always paying attention to all of these factors and trying to think ahead. In the early days, we used to joke, how many engineers does it take to drive a driverless car? Because there'd be a bunch of people watching